Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Welcome to Becoming One Flesh.
Yes.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. It's been a minute.
It's been a
Yeah,
minute.
but we're back.
Yes,
We're
yes.
back.
So today we want to talk about love should be daily, not seasonal. Now we all know that we have Valentine's coming up, and some people celebrate, some don't. It's okay if you don't. What we want to talk about is being able to show love throughout the year and not just on holidays, and how important it is to be able to do that. That as couples, we need to be able to show love to one another daily, and keep that fire going throughout the year, so that when holidays come, it's only a bonus, but it's not just that one time of the year that your spouse hears how much you care about them, or you just give them a card or give them some candy or some flowers, and but they don't hear anything else throughout the year, expressing or showing your love to one another throughout the year. That's the only time that they really get any kind of I guess you could say accolades or encouragement or whatever the case is.
We have gotten so caught up on holidays,
Mm-hmm.
all the holidays, when we figured that's the only time we're supposed to be celebratory and
Mm-hmm.
all that other stuff. But then we have to understand that those man-made holidays should not be the things that direct us in our love for our spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I can only love you on Valentine's Day, then I don't love you at all.
True.
If I can only love you on Christmas time or whatever you call it,
Mm-hmm.
I don't love you at all.
Yeah.
We have to get out of that stuff. Of just when a certain season comes, then I express my love. In a relationship, in a marriage, each individual has their own concept of what love is.
Mm-hmm.
One may be very over affectionate, one may not be.
Mm-hmm.
One may be what do you call it, touchy feeling.
Mm-hmm.
The other one may not be. But they show their love in a whole different angle, a whole different way. We have to stop. What's the best way to say? We have to stop stereotyping what love is. You see what I'm saying? Because if we can only love each other at certain times of the year, at certain times of the day, then you're not really treating your spouse with love, because we know love is what action. You told me one day, because I'm very what do you say, affectionate is a word, good word?
I would say like sentimental, in my opinion, and affectionate. Yeah.
Okay. And sometimes that could be overwhelming for a spouse.
Mm-hmm.
And you told me the other day, you said, baby, you don't have to tell me you love me every day. I know you do, by the things that you do for me and with me. So it's not necessary for you to always be grabbing and holding on to me and everything else and telling me that I love you. Say, because you show me your love on a daily basis, not just Valentine's, not just Christmas, not just any holiday, but on a daily basis. And by you telling me that, it helped me. It brought freedom to me, because I want my wife to know that I love her. But she said, look, man, you ain't got to every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes run, baby, I love you. I love you now. You said, no, you don't have to do that, because there are so many people that say I love you,
Mm-hmm.
but don't love you.
Mm-hmm.
They lust you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even in relationships, even in marriages. So it's important for us to really understand. A lot of people don't even know what love is.
Really don't.
They think it's about the fleshly flesh. In love, one thing about love is that you're not going to feel love all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You and your spouse may not agree on everything all the time,
Yeah.
but it doesn't separate you. It strengthens you.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like when you say, when you break a bone, when it grows back back stronger. It won't break there anymore. And that's how we have to look at love, from a place to where, you know what? I may not agree with my wife. She may not agree with me on this. She may have a different opinion. I may have a different opinion. But because we love each other, we can sit down and converse concerning our and come to a common ground place. Because anything that if you don't understand what love is, then instead of it bringing you together, it'll separate you. You know, and a lot of times, a lot of marriages have separated and have divorced because the two individuals didn't really know what love was. You know, it was more than just
a feeling.
Yeah, that's it. That's where I was going. It was a feeling. Excuse me. It was a feeling. You know, and feelings change, emotions change. You know, you got to have much more than that.
Yeah.
You know, because you can get a feeling anywhere.
Yeah.
And you could be emotionally tied to something anywhere. So I just wanted to say that. I mean,
yeah, because I guess we have to look at love the way God does, how he loves us. He doesn't love us based on the feeling. You know, he didn't love the world based on how he felt.
Wow.
He loved the world because he chose to love the world, that he gave his only begotten son. And this is how marriage should be. It's a choice. You choose to love your spouse, whether they're right, whether they're wrong, whether they're acting right, whether they're acting wrong, whether they treating you right, whether they're treating you wrong. It's really boils down to you choosing to love them, you know, regardless of what's going on. Just like how God chooses to love us regardless of what's going on, because we don't always do right when he do right by us. We don't always do him right. We don't always treat him right. We don't always respect him and honor him like we should. Yet his love isn't determined on that. And this is why, you know, when the scripture talks about when a husband and wife, you know, when they come together, when they're married, that the husband is to love the wife like Christ loved the church, and then the wife is to respect her husband as well. And so that love that the Bible is talking about is the kind of love that God gives, which is that agape love. It's not seasonal. It's not based on good or bad decisions. It's not on how you treat me, how I treat you. It's not conditional, because we place our love on conditional things. If they act right, I'm gonna love them right. If they act wrong, I'm gonna love them wrong. It's like, that's not how love works. It's not always going to be fair. You know, many times you're like, well, why I gotta, hey, that's just how you know, relationships can be. And then I like what you said earlier about knowing how to express love to one another, because we've talked some years ago. I think this was when we was living in we call it the dungeon. We talked about love languages. And it is important to know how your spouse receives love and how they give love. And you know, and we need to understand that about them, because I think when we do that, then that'll make things easier on us. And, you know, because I remember when we first got married, because Joe is a giver. He really is. He has such a beautiful heart. He's such a giver. He'll give his last to anybody. I'm telling y'all, I've seen it since we've been together. If he sees somebody homeless, I don't care what he got in his wallet. He'll empty his wallet out and give it to him. He'll do that without thinking about it. And I love that about him. And I remember when we first, matter of fact, I think we were dating, if I'm not mistaken. And remember you bought me that, what was the name of that wallet? Branham. Yeah. I was like, who is that? Look, I was getting my purses from City Trends and Sky City, you know what I'm saying? Dollar General. Who is Branham? I don't know who that, y'all. I'm serious. I'm like, I don't know anything. I wasn't in the name brands. I'm still really not in the name brand stuff. If it's reasonable and it's cute, I'm going to get it. Just like my little Steve Madden pass, my pocketbook, I got that from Ross. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm not into the got to have the name brand things. And it wasn't no shade on him because he didn't know that. But he bought me that wallet. And when he told me how much he paid for that thing, I said, what?
Yeah, she went there too.
Because he, you know, most women and you know, most women do love gifts. Mm-hmm. They like receiving nice things. I'm a different kind of chick, you know what I'm saying? I'm simple. And I'm like, it's pretty. You know, you like it? And I was like, who this man? Look at Brandon. Who is that? Man. And I still got that wallet. I don't even hardly use a wallet, y'all. It's not that I don't like it.
Yeah, I got you.
Because I still got it in the purse in the closet. And it's what kind of skin is that? Like an alligator skin?
It's alligator.
Yeah, alligator skin is beautiful. But I don't even hardly use it because you know, I'm just not into those things. I appreciate him doing that. And then when I was when we first got married, I remember I was subbing at the school before I got in the school system.
I was getting ready to say something about that. Go ahead.
Yeah. And whenever Joe would pick me up from work, because we had one car at the time, he would pick me up, y'all. It would be all kind of gifts in the seat. And I what is this? He bought me it was a brown suede jacket with the brown suede shoes to match. It was a card, and I was like, he was kind of like, well, why she excited? And then he found out later on that it's different if I really was like, oh, I really want this. Can you get this? Can I get this? It'd be different. But he found out later on that just wasn't me. And and we had to learn that about each other. We really did. We learned that through the years about each other. And then after a while, he knew he didn't have to really get me anything or whatnot. Because my thing is quality time, just spending time with you, being in the same room with you. When we lay down at night and watch TV together and laugh and talk, that's my love language. And for him, it's more physical touch and different things like that. So we had to learn those things over the years and learn how to express love to one another, like he said, throughout the year, and not just on anniversaries or different things like that, but being able to show each other by the little things that we do. If your spouse, like let's say I guess, because some do like gifts, then maybe you can once a month get them a gift. If they like spending on what they like. Now they might like expensive things, whatever, then maybe you can get them a little something, once a month or something like that. Or if they like physical touch, then maybe you can spend some time, y'all can spend some time hugging and coloring and different things like that. So it's really about working around what they need and what they like.
Hey, y'all, got to tell y'all this. See, now the script done flipped, because now I look up, I got some doggone Jimmy Choo or some Burberry. I thought I had this. I got a watch. Got me a watch yesterday. Samsung Galaxy watch yesterday, and it's like, well, you don't want me to, but you will. Yeah. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I've said that kind of in a funny way, but I'm grateful the fact that she gives on her own terms. You see what I'm saying? It's not like, baby, get so and so and so. I want such and such and such. We may have conversation. I just went to the store. I saw some cologne. I know you like that cologne like that, so I just got you some. I'm like, no, I ain't asking to get me no cologne. Thank you, baby. Thank you. And so there's so many different levels to what love really is.
Yeah.
And to go back to something you said earlier. Oh my God. The Bible says that the husband should love his wife as Christ loves the church, right? How did Christ love the church? He gave his life. He put in the sacrifice. And when your spouse understands the sacrifice or sees the sacrifice in your love, then she could be supported by you and be supported to you, because there's another verse of scripture that goes along with the love thing, because it says God only chastises those that he loves. And sometimes the conversations may not always be good, but they're conversations that are held out of love.
Yeah.
If you're wrong, you're wrong. And I'd rather have somebody that loved me enough to say, baby, that wasn't right. And she'll tell me sometimes, why are you doing what? Joe, you said you were going to do this here now. You said you were, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, I got it. And I'll correct it. I may go back later on down to Joe, but that's not out of belittling me. That's out of love. And it should be able to go both ways.
Yeah, because I definitely asked him, Joe, you think I did the right thing? Did I do that right? Did I say that right? Do you think I need to do that different? And he'll let me know as well. So it does go both ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways. So we just wanted to kind of say that your love should be a daily grind, not a grind out of toil and labor, but a daily grind, a daily purpose every day. Purpose to love your spouse.
Yes.
You know, and see, the best way to love your spouse is to love yourself, because you can't give somebody something you don't have.
That's true.
You know, so the reproduction of the love that you have for yourself will be reproduced and given to your spouse, the way as your spouse can receive that love, and y'all can birth a marriage.
Yeah,
because that's what she'll do. She receives the love and she birthed the marriage. I hope that made sense. So don't let it be something that's seasonal, that I got to do that. Well, Valentine's Day coming up. When Saturday, Valentine, I got to go get so and so. Nah, it should be a 365, a 24/7, every day of the week, every day of the year, every year of the decade. Because when you look back at it, man, you know, we done been married 8 years. We done been married 10 years. We done been married 15 years. Because you loved each other every day. Yes,
that's the truth. So we hope that this was a blessing to you guys, and we thank y'all for joining us. My birthday is next week.
Yes,
and we going out of town this weekend. So
happy birthday!
If you in the comments and you talking and we ain't saying nothing, because this is recorded.
Happy birthday!
Yes. So this is recorded. So we thank you all for coming on. Those, if you're in the comments, God bless you. Thank you so much for your support. Those who watch the replay, God bless you. Thank you. We hope that this is a blessing to you. And Lord willing, we will see y'all on the next